And with me right now is Joan Milliman, and she is on today to talk about Thrive. And coming up for the next year, they're going to be changing their theme around, right?
Right. Our next project is going to be on kindness.
Yes.
And it's appropriate to mention it today because today is World Kindness Day.
All right.
But, but first of all, maybe we should identify what is kindness.
Okay.
I think one of the best definitions I've heard is from Aristotle, where he wrote, he defined kindness as helpfulness towards someone in need, not in return for anything, nor for the advantage of the helper himself, but for that of the person helped.
Ah, very good.
It's not a weapon, it's not a bribe, it's just something you do for love.
Yes. Yeah, I like that definition.
I'm going to keep that as the main definition.
All right.
Other people have it was one of the knightly virtues, but at that time it was called largesse.
Ah,
Largesse.
okay.
Be kind. And Nietzsche considered kindness and love to be the most curative herbs and agents in human intercourse.
Wow. That's interesting.
So kindness, some people think, oh, it's a wimpy term, but it's not.
Yeah.
In society, even, people, when you're choosing a mate, it suggests that both men and women want a person with kindness.
Yeah, yeah.
And intelligence, and besides looking good and being attractive and social status and all that stuff, but kindness and intelligence are the main factors in most choices, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
And in psychology, at Yale University, using games with babies, and they did some studies that concluded that kindness is inherent in human beings.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
They gathered that from the tests they took. And another couple of psychologists, Barbara Taylor and Adam Phillips, say that to check out the way real kindness changes people in the doing of it, often in unpredictable ways. And we know that being kind changes you.
Yeah, that's true.
It feels good to be kind. You don't do it because of that, and if you do it because of that, it comes back at you a different way. But if you do it just to be generous, there's nothing, against that. And of course, there are long passages in literature about this, and I won't propose to read them all to you. But in the media, there have been some famous films. One in particular that I'll refer to. It's called Pay It Forward.
Oh yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And it was based on a novel that came out near 1999. Robert St. Clair, a social studies teacher in Atascadero, California, challenges his students to change the world. And one of the students, Trevor, takes it to heart. And he starts showing kindness to a stranger, which ripples further than he could ever have imagined. And that's probably one of the films we might be showing in February.
That would be good.
Yeah. So the power of kindness goes a long, long ways. And I wanted to talk to you just briefly about the International World Day of Kindness, which is today, November 13th. Now, during the mid-1990s, a small kindness movement, it was called, Small Kindness Movement. It held a conference for participants from all over the world to come and share their stories of the kindness movements they had started in their own countries. And the conference was a smashing success, so they held another one in 1997. And it eventually resulted that these conferences resulted in a movement called World Kindness Movement. Wouldn't you know? Did you know about it?
No, I did not know about that.
So in 1998, the first official conference of the newly formed World Kindness Movement was held in Tokyo, Japan. One of the first orders of business during that conference was the establishment of the World Kindness Day on November 13th around the world.
Yeah.
So World Kindness Day is a day that started in 1998 by this World Kindness Movement, and this day is celebrated each year on November 13th in several different countries all over the world, including the United States, Italy, the United Arab Emirates, India, Singapore, Nigeria, Japan, Australia, and Canada. But that's only a few.
Yeah.
And the latest country to join, as of the writing of this entry, is the Ukraine in 2014. So there have been more since then.
Yes, yeah. And so there's quite a few involved.
Right. So this year, November 13th is on a Wednesday, but next year, November 13th is on a Friday.
Okay.
So Friday the 13th of November will be World Kindness Day. Well, people do all kinds of things for this to celebrate around the world. Some organize concerts, some flash mobs, others throw charitable events. Some people merely celebrate the day by showing some extra kindness to their loved ones and complete strangers alike. Well, there is one more day that was formed also on national, we have a National Random Acts of Kindness Day here in the States, and that was formed in February. So coming up February 17th, that's going to be, that's another kindness thing. There are all kinds of quotes about kindness. Mark Twain said, "Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see."
Interesting.
Yeah. But I still go back to Aristotle's definition of kindness being helpfulness towards someone in need, not in return for anything, not to advantage the helper himself, but for the person that helped. So we're going to be launching kindness in the woods in various ways. Next year especially, you'll see films that are related to kindness. You'll hear words that are related to kindness. You might see or hear about lectures or acts, or we've got things planned for
all right,
kindness,
very good.
in addition to everyone participating and enjoying it.
All right, very good. So you'll bring out more of this as we get into next year and how people can get involved. Yeah, this is kind of the announcement, but you'll hear more next year. All right. Very good. Always good to see you.
Thank you.
And will you be on tomorrow?
No, not this week.
Oh, okay. Not this week. All right.
But I am on today a little later.
Yes, you are. Joan, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Good
Ken,
to see
I appreciate
you.
it.
We'll be back.